Here is $1,000,000 opportunity. It is riskier than any cryptocurrency, NFT, real estate, stock market, or anything else out there. But when you have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rida. If you're new here, don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps out a little channel like mine. And in this video, I will share with you 8 things I learned from that risk I took. I still remember it clearly, just like it was yesterday. On this day, June 24th, 2013, exactly 8 years ago, I made the riskiest investment I have ever made in my entire life, and it's the best decision ever. I'm in my early 20s, young, wild, and free, and curious about everything in this world. If you watch my previous video here, you probably know that I spent my summer in the US when I was a teenager, and that when I knew my heart was meant to travel. I graduated from one of the most popular universities in Thailand, Thammasat University, which probably the equivalent of the Ivy League of Thailand. I consider myself an okay student. Not good, not bad, just enough. I'm not graduated top of the class in my engineering school, but I'm the one in my group of friends and in my entire major to get accepted for my dream job at the time, and even before I finish my exam. And that is perfect because I have a big plan in mind. During my final exam, I also applied for a work permit to come to Canada and to see what life takes me. Then I start working in a great company. It is a big four in Asian automotive industry, Nissan. Even though I have the best time, I have the best boss. She even cried when I left, and a lovely co-worker. But my heart screamed travel. So I quit my job after I saved up my money with no backup plan to travel along the way before I land another job in Canada. My friends and co-workers thought I lost my mind because they asked, why would you give up everything, your whole career, your family and your friend, left everything behind just to go to another country where you know nobody? It probably didn't make any sense to them when I replied, I just want to find myself. It's some kind of self-exploration, you know? Even though they thought that I was crazy, but I don't care about what other people think. They don't run my life, they don't pay my bills. The only thing that I care about that my family and my close friends are very supportive, and I'm lucky to have them. And that's all I care about. Little did I know that I will end up in Canada during the Prime month with $500 in my pocket, and the first job I got is selling the grilled meatball at the event. Something I wouldn't have done if I was in Thailand. So today I will share with you 8 lessons I learned from 8 years living in Canada as a first generation immigrant. Number 1, believe in yourself. This is the most important thing in every human life. Because it doesn't matter whether people around you believe in you or not, as long as you believe in yourself. None of the outside force matter. If you believe you can feel your own fire. And have disciplines, be consistent, keep moving forward, and eventually one day you will reach your dream life. Number 2, seize opportunity. When opportunity come knock on your door, never let it go. I always heard people say, I don't have an opportunity, or you are just lucky. For some, it's just an excuses. Because if you have roof over your head, you have food on the table, you have the internet access on your phone, then you have more than you need. Unless you are underprivileged kid in Africa somewhere away from civilization, you are extremely lucky. To every opportunity that pass by, keep doing the trial and error, because life is not just a game. It is a series of experiments. At least when you are gray and old, you won't regret taking that chance. Number 3, be your own boss. The first time I came to Canada, I have a 1-year work permit. After its end, I studied for 2 years, and after that I applied for another work permit and I got it for 3 years. But I didn't visit home for 4 years, so I decided to go back home and spend time with my family for 6 months. After that, I came back to Canada, and I heard one of engineering company in Brazil need the support from Canada, so I took that chance and stayed in Brazil for a month. But during my time there, I was thinking about starting my own project all the time. Funny how life works. One day I received a phone call from one of the owner of the restaurant I used to work with. She wants to leave her current restaurant and start a new one. And she knows someone that wants to sell the business. So she asked me if I'm interested. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And that changed my life forever, from being employees to be my own boss. Number 4, train for a marathon, prepare for a sprint. Almost everything in life needs a backup plan. Business is no different. That's why I always think about worst case scenario. If it didn't happen, great. But when it happened, I know what to do. For example, with my restaurant, when the pandemic hit, we are fortunate enough not to get so much impact. Our sale decreased a little bit, like less than 10%, and even some months our sale is more than pre-COVID. Because our business model set up as a cloud kitchen, so we focus mainly on takeout and delivery. So when the pandemic happened, we can still survive during the difficult time. Number 5, appreciate what it takes to succeed. How can you define success? Some might say how much money you made or how many assets you own. But for me, I measure success by the happiness and smile I see on my family, people around me, my coworker, my customer, and myself. But for the past year, nothing can compare to the appreciation I have for healthcare workers, from doctors, nurses, to gender. That's why last year, during the peak of the pandemic in Toronto, we offer a meal a day to a healthcare worker. And if they want to buy more, we even give them discount over 50%. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you measure success, but don't forget to appreciate it every day. Number 6, change what you can, tolerate what you must. In the past 8 years in Canada, there's so many life-changing events that happened in my life. From work permit holder to going back to school, to apply for another work permit, and eventually become a permanent resident of Canada. It's equivalent to the green card if you're in the state. I learned how to be patient because it took me almost a decade to be where I am now. Not to mention the language test, the bank statement that I need to support for the immigration, and also the business that need time to be stable, like for a couple of years. But this cannot compare to the inside force that I have to fight, the mindset that I have to shift, the sacrifice I have to make, not to see my family and friends, and not to travel for so many years. Number 7, have fun and be happy. It doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world. What matters is what's going on inside of you. And only you are the captain of your own destiny. Have you ever noticed when you watch so much news, you get very angry, you get scared, you get pissed for no reason? The easiest way, which is also the hardest way to do, is to be focused on the present. Try to learn something new during lockdown. Maybe you might find something that you love inside your own home. Number 8, always pass on what you learn. Life is too short to keep all the good things to yourself. And I do believe the more you share, the more you receive. Also, sharing is caring. That's why I create this channel, to share everything I learned or I wish I knew in my late teen to early 20. Fast forward from my early 20 until now, majority of my friends still living in their comfort zone. They're still working in the same company, doing the same thing, and every once in a while they complain about it to me. On the other hand, the choice I made 8 years ago seemed ridiculous, but not now. Because I have my own freedom. I'm my own boss and I don't have to answer to anyone. At the end of the day, if you are still young and able and you just can't stop thinking about something you want to do, just do it. Take that risk, because life is a long-term game and the one who keep doing it and never give up will eventually win in life. If you like this video, you will love this video as well, where I talk to you about how traveling made me a millionaire in my 20s. And remember, life is about choices we make and the risks we take. But the biggest risk is not taking any. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Cheers!